Welcome to Naveen Sir's FinHub Academy. Soaring prices continue to be a major source of concern as economies recover from the COVID-19. Inflation was mainly considered as transitory in 2020 and early 2021, when price pressures were increasing owing to demand-supply imbalances. Evidently, central banks around the world are raising policy rates quicker than projected. The current drivers of inflation, however, are well beyond the central bank's control: the Ukraine-Russia war, EU sanctions, periodic Chinese lockdowns, lengthy supply chain bottlenecks, and so on. Inflation is expected to be 5.7% in advanced nations and 8.7% in emerging economies in 2022, respectively, up 1.8 and 2.5 percentage points. Because of the country's reliance on imports, inflation in India is primarily supply-driven. India's inflation trajectory has been revised upwards due to unfavorable global spillovers resulting from geopolitical tensions. The RBI raised its inflation forecast for FY23 to 6.7% during its June 2022 policy meeting, up 100 basis points, 1 percentage point, from the previous policy meeting. In India, domestic price pressures are projected to rise in the short future in all main categories: fuel, food, and core commodities, ex-food and fuel. Due to rising global energy prices, domestic gasoline prices are more likely to remain erratic. Despite the fact that the federal government recently reduced the excise levy on gasoline and diesel, global crude price volatility will prevent any further reductions in domestic fuel costs. Energy prices are predicted to soar by more than 50% in 2022, according to the World Bank, before leveling out in 2023-24. In 2022, Brent crude oil prices are expected to average $100 per barrel. However, considering current high crude prices of $122 per barrel in the United States, petroleum prices exceeding this prediction would not be unusual. Food accounts for 39% of the total weight in the inflation basket. As a result, fluctuations in food costs have a larger impact on overall consumer inflation. Global food costs are currently being exacerbated by the Ukraine-Russia conflict, which is causing supply disruptions, hoarding, and food shortages. Furthermore, domestic agricultural input prices, such as high-speed diesel, fertilizers, pesticide, animal feeds, and so on, have been steadily rising. In India, the transmission of growing input costs would drive up food prices even more. Because of the aforementioned reasons, coupled with the agriculture sector in the food basket. Despite limited price transmission from producers to consumers due to poor demand, inflation in core categories remained constant at around 6% for the majority of FY22. However, because global commodity prices remain high, input costs have increased, reducing the producer's profit margin. Furthermore, a normal monsoon and a recovery in the service sector are predicted to enhance the economy's overall consumption demand in FY23. This would add to the economy's inflationary pressures as a result of price increases fueled by a rebound in domestic demand. Hello friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Naveen Sir's FinHub Academy.